Hey, what's up tonight? This was one of these things that came up, and it was all about amazing coaches and great clients. And people were like, why is it that sometimes amazing coaches and great clients totally clash? Right? She's a total badass. He's an amazing client. And for some reason, this time it just didn't work. And unfortunately, what happens is there ends up being this horrible, horrible reputation about the coach is crap or the client is lazy in the coaching industry. And so I really want to address that today because there is a reason that this happens more times than not. And I'm not saying that some coaches aren't complete scam artists or that some clients aren't lazy. What I am saying is that when that is not the case and there's still a failure, there's usually a reason. We're going to talk about it and we're going to make sure that you don't fall into the trap. My name is Donna St. Louis. I am the co-founder of FireSavvy.net, and we work with experts who are already crushing it in their business to use our business scale cheat codes so they can scale and accelerate growth faster. Now, the issue that I find is that most people don't understand the difference between a business acceleration coach, a duplication coach, and a skills coach. These are three different types of coaches. And based on what you need as a client, you're going to go to a different coach. The challenge is that the coach probably doesn't know what type of coach they are necessarily. And neither does a client because they're really, no one's really sat down and said, written a book on it. Oh God, I got to write a book. No one sat down and actually written a book. So let's talk about this. So I'm a business coach. This means that it is my job to stay on top of the latest ways that my dream clients, people just like you, how they can maximize their revenue using their specific zone of genius in their industry so that they can deliver to their clients using a set of modalities that they both want. Right? I know that was a mouthful, but so let me explain it this way. It means that if you are a sales coach and that's what you do best, or if you're a company offering cybersecurity and that's what you do best, it is my job to know all the different modalities in which you can deliver cybersecurity and all the ways in which your clients want to consume cybersecurity, and then ensure that the way that you want to deliver and the way that they want to receive it, that those two things work together, and then come up with marketing and pricing strategies in order to ensure that you can increase your revenues, that you can increase your profits, and that your ideal client can get the solution that they want, right? I specifically work with people who are experts in their industry. So they're industry experts. They're generally selling what I call vapor, right? They're selling their IP. They're not selling a specific physical product. And I work with them to take their expertise, come up with all the modalities that they could possibly use to leverage their expertise that they really enjoy doing so they can deliver their zone of genius in a way that they enjoy delivering it and in a way that their ideal client wants to do it. And of course, come up with a pricing strategy that makes both them and their ideal client happy. Now, a sample of modalities, right? So what does that mean? It's the way that you deliver your content. So it could be speaking, it could be events, it could be writing, it could be group coaching, one-to-one coaching, mini VIP days, VIP days. It could be travel, it could be retreats, it could be master classes. It could be volume versus exclusivity, right? So you could be going, well, I want to do a big event versus I want to do a small event. Anyway, the list goes on. It's my job to be well versed in the type of modality that's going to work best for your particular zone of genius and who you are as a person, right? Someone like me, I can do mansion retreats. We do 8 to 10 of them a year. We ended up doing 4 retreats, myself and my co-founder. Just within the past month, we did 4, right? And so for us, these are very easy to deliver. But, there might be other modalities that, for example, Chanel, my co-founder, doesn't necessarily enjoy getting on stage and speaking. So if she were a client of mine, I wouldn't say, oh, well, that's what you're going to do, because that's not truly where she likes to leverage her zone of genius. That's fine for me, but it might not be fine for her. Things that exhaust me are amazing for her. So the goal is to say which modality works best for your specific area of expertise, and that your ideal client or your dream client will also want to consume it in that way. See, sometimes you're like, well, I want to do mansion retreats or travel excursions. And I'm like, is that what your ideal client wants? Is that what they're willing to pay for? Is that interesting and exciting for them? You know, some people are like, well, I only want to do one-to-one, or I only want to do group. Is that a good agreement between yourself and your dream client? So my job as a business coach is to ensure that I am working with you to identify not only which modalities you enjoy, but which modalities you enjoy that your ideal client enjoys, and how to price it appropriately for you. So the reason that I can be broader as a business scale and acceleration coach is for two reasons. Number one, I'm not coaching by myself. I have a business partner, right? So we as co-founders, we are a couple of coaches as well. We have people around us who are experts in their industry. And also because of my vast background, right? International speaking, sales, IT consulting, project management, Six Sigma. I have those areas of expertise and that background that I can bring with me, right? So that makes me a good, broader type coach, a business acceleration and scale coach. Then you have people who are duplication coaches. So you would use that type of coach to help you with growth and scale of your business. But then you have people who are what we call duplication coaches. They are literally going to show you how to do exactly what they do. Exactly what they do. If they make money in real estate, they're going to show you exactly how they make money in real estate. They're going to show you how to duplicate their system. So you're going to duplicate their business, their systems, their email marketing, everything. It's your basic business in a box. It's kind of like a franchise, right? And then finally, there are what we call skilled coaches or skills coaches, right? Skills coaches, well, they have a specific set of systems and methodologies working in a very specific area of expertise, and they can be taught. The skills can be taught. The goal is not for the client to duplicate their business. The goal is for the client to increase their skills in a very specific area in order to find success. For example, you might find, like you want to know how to do social selling better. You want to sell in the DMs better, right? You want to be able to slide in the DMs, and you want to be able to make sales using a messaging platform. Well, that would be Natalie Bullen. That is her area of expertise. Or you might say, oh, well, no, I really want to know how to, improve my brand, right? I want that. Well, you might want a coach to actually show you how to consistently improve your brand, leverage your brand. Now, coaches are different from service providers. And that's the other area that people kind of get screwed up on. They're like, oh, well, I want a coach to work with me on my brand. Do you want a coach or do you want a service provider? See, remember, a coach is going to teach you, in this case, a skills coach is going to teach you how to improve your skills. A service provider is going to provide you a service that you can leverage within your business. Which one are you doing? Right? Sometimes people will hire a service provider and treat them like a coach, and they are not the same, right? Service provider is probably going to have more of an agency model. A coach is going to have more of an educational delivery model. So that's the other thing. Sometimes when clients come to a coach, they come to a coach saying that they want to solve this problem, and that coach is solving that problem, but are they solving that problem in a way that the client wants? So you have to be very clear on who you are as a coach. Are you a business acceleration coach? Are you a skills coach? Are you a business duplication coach? Then from there, you have several different layers, right? Are you a DIY coach? You have educational material. The person is going to go and learn this educational material on their own, and they're going to do it themselves. Then you might have done with you services as a coach, which means I'm going to have some information that you're going to learn from, and then I'm going to work with you in order to help you get past the challenge you're running into. And then the last one is done for you, right? If you have a coach that's a done for you coach, that's less of a coach and more of a service model. And that was kind of a trick there, because what happens is a lot of times I'll talk to coaches and they'll tell me about their done for you services. And I'm like, that's not a coaching model. A coach doesn't do it for you. Think about it. Tom Brady's coach doesn't go in and throw the ball for him. That's not coaching. So you're really looking at either they're going to do it with you, right? Or it's DIY. But the goal is that they're moving you along. Coaches generally don't have a done for you model. That's a service or an agency model. So here's the thing. What you'll see is that people judge strategic coaching or business coaching harshly, because they'll say, well, they're not telling you how to do it like them. So I'm not coaching people on how do you build a business just like me. Well, because I need to work with you in a way that defines for you to build a business that's best for you, not just for you to duplicate my business. Because how do I know that you duplicating my business is best for you? It might not be, right? So you really want to, people will judge a strategic coach, or a business coach and say, well, you didn't show me how to do it, how you did it. Well, because that's my ideal client is not your ideal client. And the way I'm doing it wouldn't be best for you. What you're looking for is a coach that you can duplicate, or a duplication coach. Others will hate on a coach because they're looking for specific duplication and the coach is teaching skills, right? Which means it's a mismatch. And that's what you want to be careful of. You want to ensure that you're identifying, number one, do you want a service or do you want a coach? That's number one. And number two, if you want a coach, what kind of coach do you want? Are you looking for a coach that is going to accelerate your business? Are you looking for a coach that you're going to duplicate what they have? Or are you looking for a coach that's going to help you with your skills? Know which one you're going to look for. And if it's none of those three, then you're likely looking for a service to solve your problem. Understand this is what you're looking for, and then work with that. So let's see. It says, I deliver the best in the basement by myself. I deliver best in the basement by myself. I don't understand the question. Sorry. I don't understand what that question means. I deliver the best in the basement by myself. Anyway, understand what kind of coach you're looking for. And once you understand what type of coach you're looking for, that will really, really help you ensure that you're getting the return on investment that you're looking for. And it also ensure that you are as well hiring the right coach for your needs, or at least getting the service that you want. Asking what modality you would recommend. The modality is really based on what that person's true skills and passions for. They might be doing master classes. They could be doing, let's see, I have a list here. They could be doing master classes, masterminds. They could be doing small group. They could be doing anything that they could basically do from Zoom, right? They could be coaching via Zoom. If you have someone who's not comfortable with going out and being around a group of people for an extended period of time, like if they're truly an introvert, I would not suggest that they do travel or retreats or boot camps or anything like that, where they're going to be really immersed with people for an extended period of time. I mean, at least not the first time out or without a team. Like, you really want to be smart about what type of modalities you use based on what you do best, based on how your energy is leveraged. I know a lot of people who are introverts and they're like, oh, I'm going to do this huge 3-day, 4-day, mansion retreat. And they're like, but I don't like people. I'm like, that's probably not the best for you. And they're figuring out consistently how they can get away from their audience. And I'm like, but that's not why they paid to be there. They paid to be there to be around you. So you want to make sure that you're really identifying what works best for you, not only as an individual and your skills and your expertise, not just your skills and expertise, but for you as a person, as an individual, what really ignites you and lights you up. And then how can you do more of that? As well, how does that best serve your client? So anyway, I hope that answers all your questions in regards to understanding why sometimes there's failure, right? And then how can you ensure, especially if you're a person hiring a coach, how can you ensure that you're hiring the right coach for the right reasons? Anyway, I hope that helps you. If you have any questions or you want know a little bit more about Fire Savvy, go to firesavvy.net and I'll talk to you later.